Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll be buying basil at the grocery store and regrowing ourselves a lifetime supply of this delicious herb. So let's get started. Basil is an incredibly easy plant to propagate and grow from a cutting. This basil I purchased was packaged 6 days before I shot this video, which I think is a real testament to this plant's resiliency and desire to regrow itself. As you can see, I've got a number of small stems here, which I'm going to get ready to propagate. I'm going to be removing leaves from further down on this plant and cutting the bottom of the stem with a crisp cut. Our ideal cutting will have 1 or 2 sets of leaves, as well as the new growth coming from the top. To get these basils started growing, we really just need to set them in some water. This is regular tap water, nothing special. If we really want to get fancy, we can use raw honey as a rooting hormone to help our basil grow new roots. After we cover the bottom of our stem in that honey, we're simply going to put it in tap water like the rest of our plants. We rejoined these plants on day number 11. They've all rooted at this point and are looking really good. Our first plant here, we can see a number of roots emerging from the bottom of that stem. They are bright white color and look pretty healthy. The plant which we treated with honey has shown considerable root growth. You can see just how dense in number those roots are, really covering up the bottom of that stem. When the roots on these plants become 1 inch or more long, it's time to move the plant to its permanent home. Basil does incredibly well in these simple hydroponic systems. We can put our rooted plant in a net cup, which allows it to access water from below. I routinely grow basil in these small jars, and the basil seems to love it. Once our plants are well established, we can begin harvesting leaves. From there, we can keep taking cuttings and starting new plants as often as we need them. And just like that, we're set for life. Our second option is good old-fashioned soil gardening. Take your cuttings outside, bury the roots, and give it a good watering. It won't be long before you have some basil bushes that you can routinely harvest from. But this will only last through one growing season. To complete the infinite basil glitch with soil, we need to let our plant flower and go to seed. Typically, people will prune the flowering parts of the plant, forcing the plant to grow more leaves. If we leave it alone, basil puts out these small flower stacks, which after pollination will produce a ton of seeds. Patience is key here. Leave the flowers to dry up before breaking them apart to collect your seeds. One basil plant can produce hundreds or even thousands of seeds. And now, you're ready to grow basil year after year forever. Happy harvesting!